Hey there everybody, thanks for joining me for another one-man review. Today I'll be taking a look at the new book by Evan M. Cohen, Reply. This should be a pretty short review. Evan Cohen's work is some of my favorite stuff that I've gotten since we started the channel, and I think one of the first things I found when I really started searching Instagram for new artists doing cool things. Evan Cohen's books are always really beautiful. They're grounded in animation, so you see there's a lot of stuff in it that's about kind of transition of forms, things, transmuting. I think there's like a spiritual, emotional nature to all of his work that's always about transformation and connection, and that carries over into the art. So you see here, there's like these two colors coming together, and his books are always risograph. They're always just impeccably produced, really beautiful. I think this is probably the first risograph stuff I actually saw was Evan Cohen's work when I first started this channel and started looking for artists that I liked on Instagram. Evan Cohen was one of the first ones I found, and these kinds of things, just the beauty of the production really grabbed me right out the gate. And you can see here how those colors are being used to like a symbolic impact, like these two people coming together and impacting each other and having, some kind of, more interaction than just purely physical. And I think that's represented well. And then also just the poetics of form, of just like how things move and change. Anyone who's watched the channel for a while knows that I love that kind of stuff. So you just get all of these sequences like that. They do always add up to like some kind of narrative impact as well, oftentimes about characters having some kind of spiritual relationship with each other, most likely would be my interpretation. But just a lot of these things that, that work really well in animation. They're very beautiful and rhythmic on the page, and then with the risograph and the spot colors and all that, it comes together to a very charming little package. There's very little writing in Evan Cohen's comics. I know I've done videos about some of them before, but it will usually be a poem or something to kind of set context for the vibe. And the vibes are pretty similar between all of his things. But just chock full of beautiful imagery like this. So someone that anytime I get a new book, I'm going to show off a couple pages of it because it's an artist I really believe in, someone whose work I love, and someone I hope everyone goes out and supports. So definitely check out Evan M. Cohen and get as much of his work as you can. You won't regret it. It's very inspiring stuff. If you enjoy what we're doing here on the channel and want to support us, the best way, or there's two ways to do that. The first way is the Patreon. We have two different tiers of engagement there. At the first tier, you just get early access to the videos that we make. So there's a pretty good queue in there right now. And at the second tier, you can get exclusive previews of the books that Sean and I are working on, our progress on those books, as well as the ability to vote in and help determine what happens next in our ongoing webcomic experiment, Pranay Day. So we really appreciate that support. Any of the money we get from the Patreon just helps us buy the books that we review, keep this whole thing rolling. So that's really appreciated. If you want to support Living the Line itself and the mission of Living the Line, the best thing to do is support what Sean's doing with Living the Line Publishing. So we'll go ahead and take a look at one of his projects now. The Exile by Eric Creek is a gorgeously illustrated Viking saga of revenge. Eric Creek calls it his Viking Western. It's about a guy who's been away on the warpath and is returning home to some family troubles that have to be resolved. And this is told in just this amazing, like, kind of three-color art style that looks like old woodblock cuts or something. It's absolutely gorgeous book that you've got to pick
up. Like and subscribe and hit the bell, please, so Carson can finish reading his books and let me go home.